Hi, welcome to the channel today. Today we're going to be going over our first seed haul from two seed companies. I got a couple others coming in, they're smaller ones. But these are I guess I usually get most of my seeds from Hostels, from Victory Seeds, which is the two I got today, and also from Wilhite seed. Wilhite, usually if I'm trying to buy in bulk, like if I want to buy a pound of carrot seeds or something like that, they're a lot of times cheaper on that. Or if I'm going to try to buy, I think one time I bought 5 pounds of daikon radish or something like that. And anyway, first it's going to be Victory Seed Company. And the good thing about at my age, I don't remember what I ordered. Not everything. Some of it I do remember, but part of it I don't. And so this is the first one. And the first one I ordered from was Orange Glow. You see it, watermelon. And it's one of the better tasting watermelons. It's got the orange flesh. For anybody that doesn't know that watermelons can come in different colors than red. And that's kind of when it is kind of hit or miss sometimes as far as the quality. It can be a really, really good one, or it can be kind of, fair. And sometimes, from what I understood, it also sometimes throw off a red one, though I don't think I've ever had one throw it off. But anyway, so I'm going to try to go back with the Orange Glow watermelon. And the next one I got is just a ping tongue long eggplant. And I've grown it in the past. If you're going to grow eggplant, it's one of the longer, skinnier eggplants. Most people will try to grow the Black Beauty, and Black Beauty is not that good a quality as far as flavor-wise, though your eggplant tends to be kind of taste neutral. It takes on the taste of whatever you want to grow with, whatever you're going to put it. If you're going to put it in soup or stew, or even if you're going to fry it like you do squash, it will kind of take on the flavor of whatever you're trying to take. So it doesn't have a strong flavor. And I liked the longer, I guess Asian eggplant does tend to have thinner skin, so the skin isn't as thick as it is on your Black Beauty. And the other one is called Maize Montana Morado. It's a corn. Interesting story. In Central Texas, when we was growing up, when we talked about maize, we was talking about grain sorghum, and we called it maize. And then I remember going to college, and the professor says, "Y'all do realize," because he was from Louisiana, he says, "Y'all do realize you're the only people in the country that call grain sorghum maize." And I kind of knew that, but still, the old farmers all called, "Yeah, we're growing corn, or you're growing maize," and that was two different things. But and it was incorrect on our part. But this Montana Morado, the reason I ordered it, look at those seed colors. And it's what they call black seed color. So yeah, I'm gonna try a different kind. And what I'll do, I'll grow these in those kiddie pools to see how they do. And that way I can grow, if I can get 4 or 5 ears of corn out of that, I have plenty to grow a big square plot of it. So this will actually be next year before I actually get enough to be able to plant for a harvest. So that's kind of what I've done with one of the other corns, is you grow a small amount, get it to work, because otherwise that seed was very expensive. So well, that's a cheaper way of doing it. Next one's from Hostels. Yeah. I'll do it like that because I do know sometimes I'll put that stuff up there and you can't see it. And I also bought the onions from Hostels, and they look really good this year. So while I was at it, I went ahead and bought see if there's anything in there. Yes, I don't really remember what I ordered. A lot of times Hostel will give you a sticker for free. So if you like to get stickers, like when it's in school. Okay. The first one's just a new tomato I was going to try out called Pink Delicious. It is a hybrid tomato, and it's supposed to have the flavor of the heirloom tomatoes. I think here in a minute. But also it's a hybrid, so you should also have the disease resistance. And I'm in a high rainfall area, so disease resistance is pretty important. The next one, I guess I'll look what's in here. This is a Hosinator. Now it is it's Hosinator hybrid tomato. It is one that's going to be the workhorse for your tomatoes. The reason they put it in this little packet is because it is a pelleted seed that's also pre-sprouted. So this seed won't last for 1 year. So if you're going to get that seed, just remember that's why I ordered 10 pack. First year I ordered 50. They tend and not last 2 years at the most. But really you want to use all those seeds up at one time. So I'll plant all 10 of them, see how they do. I've done them in the past. It's a really good tomato. Produces a big slice of tomato and produces a bunch of them. It is a determinate tomato, so it will make, our determinants make better for us down here because we don't have a long growing season. By July 1st, I'm gonna be pulling all the tomatoes up anyway. So the other one I ordered was a moonbeam squash. I like that type of squash. I know a lady at work, she really liked it because you can cut it kind of this way, and that way you got the same thickness, where a lot of times when you got the crook neck, it doesn't do as well. And she really enjoyed it. She had never seen them before, and so I introduced them last year. I also got the 8-ball, and kind of the same thing. It does make good. I've had good success with it last year. So in germination, it's 96%. Germination for this one is 83%. And then the Pink Delicious is 93% germination. And then this one is 95, the Hosinator is 95% germination. So just something you might want to think about when you're buying seed. And then the other one, and I can't remember, well, no, it's not. I did get a Sweetie Pie hybrid tomato, so I have a red tomato to go with my crimson. And I think I've also ordered another one. Huh?
Watermelon.
Yeah, watermelon. Sweetie Pie hybrid watermelon. So go with a red one. And I've also got a yellow one coming in too from another company. So, and I like to grow crimson sweet. So I got 4 different kind of, and I guess I got 5 because I've also bought earlier the Florida Giant, and it grows a really big watermelon. So I've got 5 varieties of watermelons. I got to find a place to put in my garden. So it's going to take up a fair amount of my garden this year. But I've got the space, so I can do it. It's just, it seems like every year, one thing I'll really concentrate on and I'll overdo it. So I think last year it was pineapples. But seed-wise, I tend to do that because I do like to experiment. I like to be able to test the 2 different kinds and see how they do and test them that way. I've got a lot of tomato seeds left over from last year, so that's the main thing. I don't really have to buy any this year. I'm going to get a banana legs paste tomato that hadn't grown before, so that'll also be on the horizon. I know the Planet Dirt gardener, she really liked the banana legs, so I'm going to give it a try. And anyway, that's the seed haul for today, and I will, if I do get enough to do another one, I would do another seed haul later, which I probably will. And then I also want to do a live stream pretty soon. I keep pushing it off, and I'm just going to talk about all the tomatoes I grew last year and how they turned out and how they looked, and am I going to plant them again? Some I'm going to plant again. I'm going to plant again. Other ones I'm not. But anyway, I've got a list of everything I grew last year. So it's not close to 50 varieties I grew last year. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.